Hello, and welcome to another newsletter from Construction Programs and Results. I'm Michael Stone, and I will be sharing our newsletter with you. Our last webinar on finding and hiring construction employees has now been posted on our website and is available to you to watch. There are some real good ideas in that recording for you, so please spend a few minutes and catch up on current strategies to hire new employees for your company. We are now into fall, and that means we are approaching that time of year when things will slow down for those who do not do a good job of marketing their company. There's more than enough work available for all the good companies we know, but only if you market your company and sell your services you provide on a regular and ongoing basis. And speaking of sales, it is now time to go to our newsletter. This week, it's all about sales, gaining a commitment. A client sent the note below expressing concern about how delayed job starts will impact material prices and his profitability. He wrote, "I hope you are well, and we have a problem, and not a cash flow one this time. And we know that most other contractors will have this problem too. We have been working with My Online Toolbox, and they have been wonderful in helping us rebrand and remarket our business. Our ongoing relationship with them is priceless. Thank you for referring them to us." You're welcome. Amongst talking with them, they told us to redirect this question back to you. 1. Getting people to be try it again here. Getting people to be sensitive to time and long-term pricing challenges. Then, adopting contract language that does not have you completely exposed if you get the client to agree and commit sooner than later. The first thing that needs to be dealt with is ensuring you put time as an ingredient towards the process. And that's the end of his note. This is a sales issue and requires a refresher course on how to conduct the very first sales call. When you ask the 4 basic questions and get answers, you'll know if you're dealing with someone who is serious about getting their job built. These 4 basic questions must be answered before you do any designing or estimating, or else you'll be wasting your time. Question number 2 of the 4 basic questions deals with their project start or completion date. If they want to wait longer than the next opening on your schedule, within reason, tell them, nicely of course, that you'll review Remodeling Magazine's latest cost versus value report and provide a general price range for the work they want to do. You might also tell them you aren't confident speculating on the cost of materials in 4, 6, 8 months, or whenever it is they get ready to start their job. Explain that in order to quote a firm price for their work, you'll need to design the project, know their selections, obtain quotes from your specialty contractors before you can compile the estimate and put together the necessary paperwork for an agreement. For you to do that, they'll need to commit to a design agreement or letter of intent. Now, if they realize they need to make a commitment and are willing to put a start date on the table, that gets the job started in your next available window. Then you can focus on getting the design agreement or letter of intent signed. If they aren't willing to share their start date, or if they aren't interested in doing the job during your next open availability, offer to come back later when they are interested in going ahead with the project. You might want to impress on them the challenges that many contractors are having now, with cost increases, material, and most of all, labor availability. Question number 4 of the 4 basic questions is setting the budget for the project. This is easily done, as we explain in our book, Profitable Sales, a Contractor's Guide. Once a budget is set, If it's realistic, then bring out your design agreement and start filling in the blanks. You should be paid to estimate your projects, and you should be collecting a down payment when the contract is signed. Those are the only payments you can reasonably collect prior to job start. I've heard other interesting ideas recently, such as asking the client to pay for materials now so they can be ordered and stored for a job that starts down the road. There are so many things that can go wrong with that scenario, such as where will the materials be stored? Who pays for the storage costs? What happens if there's a problem with the materials, but you've held them too long to return? Who insures the materials while they're in storage? Etc., etc. Potential clients need to know the risk of waiting to do a job. There are potential material cost increases and also the challenges of material availability. Last March, we wrote an article on material price increases where we talked about the things you can do to minimize your exposure to price increases. And in April, we discussed having a time limit on your proposals. Remember, 3 days? We have links to those articles in the description below. Gang, I've been in construction my whole life, and these are interesting times. There is more work available now than I have ever seen, and fewer contractors available to do that work. Get your system up to date and practice your sales presentation so it focuses on getting a commitment, and help the nice folks make a decision to hire your company and move ahead with their work. Thank you for watching, and may the profits be with you.